In our daily life, we come into contact with all kinds of fruits. Do you know the structure and type of these fruits? First, let's learn the first content of plant fruit together. Fruit structure. We know that fruit develops from the ovary, and of course for some plants, tissues beyond the ovary wall, such as the receptacle, the floral tube and even the axis of the inflorescence, are also involved in fruit formation. Then according to the different sources of fruit development, we can divide fruits into true fruits and false fruits first. Let's learn the structure of a true fruit. True fruit. True fruit is a fruit that develops solely from the ovary, such as rape, citrus fruits, peach, plum, and so on. A true fruit has a relatively simple structure, consisting of an outer pericarp and containing seeds inside. The pericarp can be divided into the exocarp, mesocarp, and endocarp. The composition and structure of these three layers vary greatly from plant to plant. Like the fruit of a peach, the peach fruit develops from a single carpelled ovary. The pericarp is obviously divided into outer, middle, and inner layers. The exocarp consists of a layer of epidermal cells and several layers of parenchyma tissue. The epidermis bears a large number of trichomes. The mesocarp is well-developed, fleshy, and constitutes the main edible portion. Endocarp cells are composed of many lignified stone cells that form a hard pit containing a single seed. In the formation of some fruits, tissues besides the ovary wall, other parts of the flower, such as the receptacle, the floral tube, and even the axis of the inflorescence, also participate in the formation of the fruit, such as apples, melons, figs, and pineapples are examples. These fruits are called false fruits. The structure of a false fruit is more complex. For example, the edible part of an apple or pear is mainly derived from the swollen receptacle and the hypanthium. In addition, there are pumpkins, winter melon, and so on. The formation of the fruit is also involved in the components of the receptacle, and the edible portion is mainly the mesocarp and endocarp. There is also the watermelon. The edible part of a watermelon is primarily developed from the placenta. Second, after learning about fruit structure, let's proceed to the second topic, types of fruits. Based on the number of carpels in the pistil, and whether the carpels are free or fused, as well as the development degree of the pericarp, the fruit can be divided into three categories, namely simple fruits, aggregate fruits, and multiple fruits. Let's study the first category, simple fruits. 1. Simple fruit. A fruit developing from a single carpelled pistil, or a syncarpous pistil. Simple fruits can be further classified based on the texture of the pericarp at maturity into fleshy fruits and dry fruits. 1. Fleshy fruits. At maturity, the pericarp becomes fleshy, thick, and juicy. Fleshy fruits are subdivided into many types based on pericarp characteristics including 1. Berry, e.g. grape, tomato, persimmon. 2. Hesperidium, e.g. citrus, orange. 3. Drupe, e.g. peach, plum, apricot. 4. Pepo, e.g. pumpkin, watermelon, winter melon. 5. Pome, e.g. pear, apple, loquat. 2. The other major category of simple fruits is dry fruits. Dry fruits. When mature, the pericarp is dry, and according to whether the peel is cracked or not, dry fruits are divided into two categories, dehiscent fruits and indehiscent fruits. 1. Dehiscent fruits. These are fruits that split open at maturity. Because of the number of carpels and the way of cracking, dehiscent fruits include legumes, follicles, calyx, capsules, etc. 2. Indehiscent fruits. These are fruits that do not split open at maturity. The main types of indehiscent fruits are achene, caryopsis, nut, samaras, schizocarp, utricle, etc. 2. The second major fruit category is aggregate fruits. Aggregate fruit. The fruit formed from the pistil of a single flower consisting of many separate carpels.
Based on the nature of the fruitlets,
the aggregate fruit can be divided into an aggregate of follicles, an aggregate of achenes, an aggregate of drupes, an aggregate of berries, an aggregate of samaras, an aggregate of nuts, etc. 3. The third type is the multiple fruit, also called a collective fruit or compound fruit, which is formed from an entire inflorescence, such as mulberry, fig, and pineapple. So for the above content on the structure and type of fruit, thank you for watching and learning.